right. So let me say good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Thanks for joining. My name is Damon Phillips. I'm your host. Just I realized something going on with my theme song not playing, but I wonder why. Okay, cool. So we're here and the show I got bad tonight because guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? We got a lot to discuss.
Shoot them with the minimum wage. Shoot them with the minimum wage. I need a banyan. I need equal pay for women. Shoot them with the minimum wage. Shoot them with the minimum wage. I need a banyan. I need equal pay.
And that's gonna be my theme song for tonight because, as you all know, the biggest talking point right now in Jamaica is Michael Wholeness. I'm intentionally said that a while ago. Choke them with the minimum wage. I heard a spokesperson from the PNP saying, listen, man, they're just searching for stuff. They don't have nothing, whatever. And, they had they presented the manifesto and they didn't mention it. Um, they didn't mention it. And they, that the manifesto and the achievements and outcomes now last minute. I think this was perfectly timed. Um, Because the only thing PMP can do right now is just talk bad about it, like they're doing at the bus, like they're doing with the JPS discussion for the new license. That's all they're gonna do. They don't have nothing else. They can't do nothing at this point. They can't offer nothing else because I think the prime minister makes sure go as far as 50%. So we're gonna have the naysayers. We're gonna debust some of the myths because I end up have to I was in this long conversation with a sympathizer of the JLP earlier today, which commented and said it can't work. But let me say good evening to my guests. Supposed to have some more, but let me start off. Akeem, good evening. Sir, how you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
I am great. And by the way, people, I am broadcasting from a undisclosed location this evening. Because one of my brethren tell me, I'm not call a name. One of my brethren tell me say, make sure I say me beef up my security and all of these things. So let me big up Mr. Porsche. He's the head of my security detail. So yeah, if nobody know me, they are him boss. Yes, I him tell them. But it's a nice feeling. It's a nice look. It's a good look. How was it? How was your flight, Akeem?
My flight?
Yes, sir.
Flight to work.
So when me see a post the other day, I did bogo. Okay, let me leave that alone.
Which one?
Me see a post ticket buy.
No, I'm never. I don't remember. I'm not really sure. I think.
I
Oh,
I
yeah, yeah,
saw
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah,
saw a post.
you know, see me yesterday. The Black Rodeo.
If me never see a black road,
No, Black Rodeo, Black Arizona Black Rodeo
black
yesterday.
radio.
So,
No, sir, you never send me a clip.
um, but no, I'm still. I think so. If anything, would have, me have kind of wait to see if you see. But the last two times I vote to lose, so I try something
Oh,
different.
so yeah, yeah. See if I cannot jinx them. People, by the way,
Yeah.
I forgot my manners. Let me say good evening again. Thanks for joining. For those of you just joining, my name is Damian Phillips. I'm your host right here on Vibes Corner Radio. This is where I'm at every Monday night, and I'm so happy that it is a Monday night and two nights. I wish it was a Tuesday night, which would be the night before the election. And them last something don't affect me because yeah, internet this. You understand? So is it by tonight, radio station have to stop advertising Akim or it's tomorrow? I think
Tonight
so.
the last.
24
Today's
hours.
the last. Yeah, today
Today's
the
the last
last.
day that they can
Yeah.
advertise. So those of us who had a problem hearing beer political ads on the radio, which may I tell you the truth, I me it did an eye. It wasn't that fun this year because I listened to, and let me put it out there, I listened to Nationwide News a lot, and only thing me did that year, a JLP ad that it boring. Like I heard a little bit on Power and RGR. Of course, if we're judging on ads, clearly the PMP them not no money. It was obvious. So I heard like five JLP ad and then one PMP ad, and it's which I hear
The
even the
same.
general secretary saying, no, you can't use that to judge anything because they we're not in a position to outspend them, but they're going to outvote them. You're trying to come in, Akim.
No, I'm saying them buy a 2 hour on TVJ tonight.
They did.
Yeah, them
Who
the
did
on
PMP or
TVJ from
JLP?
PMP from it. Them I think them buy it so JLP couldn't get it. But
Oh.
them have from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. TVJ.
But wasn't that the same? Although I saw it on the internet. Didn't TVJ brought Spanish Town last night?
No, PMP had that too.
Or so it was only on the YouTube TVJ was carrying JLP because I
Possibly.
was watching it back this evening and
Possibly.
interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
Them by
let
yesterday
me ask you
and
this, and I hope you don't
and
get
today.
you in any trouble.
Mm-hmm.
What's your take on the PMP saying they're not spending? I hear Cliff saying, and I don't want it to bat for Cliff. I won't know brief from
Mm-hmm.
Nation. Right? I've never gotten a check. I've never met Cliff in person.
Mm-hmm.
That is this is I think the fourth election, and PMP has never spent a cent to advertise with them. How it look to
Ah,
you? And can you take off your political cap for a minute and just
mm-hmm.
act like as a bridging as we always do?
To be honest, it's kind of at the end of the day, I think people are humans, and if nationwide treat me the same way how them treat the PNP or whomever in the PNP, I don't know if I would have spent the money with them.
Clarify
That's
that.
what.
Yes, like if they take
So
them, clarify that.
to be honest, I think the journalism standards on nationwide have been what it's been, and I think they're biased. To be honest, to be fair, them. I mean, I think they really report um fairly all the time. Once in a while you see, not even once in a while. I think them try in general just to get under the PNP skin. I think them really and truly and really. Um, what's happening to me tonight? I really don't think they
Can you hear
really
me
like
already?
the.
Sound like a
Yeah, that's what I wonder. Like, what's going on? Um,
mm.
I don't think them really like the PNP. I just think them have them bias and them like who them like, and I think it's natural. It going come out,
Right, because I
but
hear even Shaka Fame the other day. Somebody called and was mounting the complaint, and he made an admission, which I hear even Simon Kraskill admit to. Jamaica, which I remember because I know I made in I did TV thing for a while. In
mm-hmm,
America, you can have two brands, and just for argument's sake, no lawsuit, you can
mm-hmm,
have compact make a ad about HP and actually say HP in it. And you
mm-hmm,
can't sue, you can't do nothing. And that was never the case. I remember getting work to create ads for various radio station and TV station. And for example, may I go say like CVM was our TVJ would say, you have to cut out the part that says sponsored by CVM. We're not playing sponsored by CVM and TVJ. I don't know if it
mm-hmm,
was vice versa or an
mm-hmm.
IFM would say, no, I'm not play Styles FM in there. So which is
Right.
gotten to me down because we're not promote. So the admission is the media landscape have changed.
Mm-hmm,
Again, somebody asked me the other day if a friend me I look for Aunt Shaka. And me and Shaka are friend. We'll always be friend. We just don't see things eye to eye. But me not think
mm-hmm,
nothing I go change that. Like him disrespect them and water off the back. That's just his personality. Me not go down the road with him.
mm-hmm,
But he has said I read with him anyway. Him them tell people straight up, I am a comrade,
mm-hmm,
paid up, registered, yada yada, yada, all of them, something there, whatever.
mm-hmm,
And I think it's good and bad because at least you know where you stand. When you have somebody saying, "Oh, I'm trying to be balanced," but then when them open their mouth, you're straight up say, "No, sir, there's no
right.
balance in what you're saying. So the
Right.
admission is this, because I can tell you, if you listen to a Simon Kraskill on Power 106, the Power 106 seems to be anti-JLP. And I've heard Simon
Mm-hmm.
Kraskill himself say, listen, man, if Andrew only find the cure for cancer a morning, some comrades still are gonna find something to say. You
Mm-hmm.
know? So it is what it is. And like I say, I kind of, you know what you want to hear and what you listen to when you listen to
Right.
certain things. So
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is. But I feel
Yeah.
this is the thing what I have with it. I feel like PMP, and that this is just my honest opinion of them. I always link them to Maroons. So big up all the Maroons watching. I grew up not liking Maroons for the fact that the way them talk, they make them sound like the whole away African. Like the maroon them, they different from everybody else. You know what I mean? And me they kind of feel bad. Cause when me hear people go, oh, me a maroon. You can't keep pit me and da. I'm like, we're all Africans. We came from Africa. What are you talking about? I got the same feeling with PMP. And if you don't declare, so PMP have a problem with labor right and people want to say them on nothing. And I've heard the talk. People even said to me, for you can't say you're PMP, that mean you're labor right. And I'm like, what does it really matter though? Because by right, I should be able, if I want to be a labor right, that should be my choice.
Yeah, but
But
I think that happened on
but
both sides
but this
though.
is when up happening. No, this is when up happening. And Akeem, maybe you're too young for know this. I can recall times when you never hear people say labor right without dirty in front of it. Dirty labor right. And I know of people who, I know me see them a come out, or I should say in recent time, and clearly, you know, when I hear young people now say, boy, me did have to be a labor right, that is something that 20, 30 years ago wasn't a thing. There were people who would
Mm-hmm.
hide their liking for that party. And
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten some licks from it because people every day say, oh, you feel support that the party there and them do whatever to Rastafari and that, and you know the whole story. So
Mm-hmm.
the point I'm making is I've always seen where back in the day, it's like being a labor right was a bad thing. It was a dirty thing. It was a, you know what I mean? I say, and let by the perfect timing. Let me welcome Lester. Good evening, Lester. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I apologize. I'm at the final rally for Northeast Centre.
Yes, sir.
So me walk with me in my car. So me said me come join for a few minutes.
Yeah, man, may appreciate it. So perfect timing. So Akim is from the opposition party, and he may see any agreeing. I was just sharing with Akim because, like I say, I don't know if he's too young, but Lester, you remember the days when you never hear somebody say labor right without dot in front of it? And when you have people who like the Labour Party, but them did afraid to acknowledge to them are labor rights? You remember those days?
Yeah, man. And
Yeah.
that's not so long ago too. Like 2012, 2010.
Yep.
Yeah, man. To be a laborer was seen as like you were ugly stepchild.
Bro, let me say it better than that. And even that stigma has changed. It used to feel like when your ear says somebody have HIV or AIDS. Like the
Yes.
stigma
Yes.
there is like I want dirty you person that you know feel no in and not with them, and that is how it used to feel. So now I just said to Akim a while ago, when I hear people like the young people now saying, boy, me did have to be a labor right, and you see the joy in them face, and I was saying this at the backdrop with talking about Shaka Fame, where may I say we just see things differently. So him shouldn't disrespect me or me shouldn't disrespect him just because we're not on the same side. But you have people who, and we're talking overall to Lester before you come in about radio station, where I was asking Akeem to take off his orange hat and tell me exactly how I feel as a human being. Where there's a party that is vying to become the government, and you can see the disdain, you can see the hatred towards a certain radio station, which even came up in the debate last weekend. Like, Lester, take off your green hat and tell me how that really look outside for see. This station decide that for the last four election, we're not spending a cent with that radio station. How that look to you?
It showed the retrograde of our politics because politics should be advancing. Um, just like in America and England, you have certain media houses that clearly show them hand and say, boy, we support this party. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know. You know how to consume their content.
Exactly.
You understand me? You know how to approach them. You know you can make a decision whether to listen to them or not.
Right.
Um, but we can also be mature and say, you know what? These people may be leaning towards the Jamaica Labour Party, but they have an audience. And everybody who listen that particular station, radio station, um is of the leaning. It is a radio station itself. I want to tell you, many of the staff at that radio station are known PMP, are friends of mine who are known PMP.
Interesting. Hmm. So what this look at? Let me bring in drawing Akeem in this. What this tell me is that I hear people saying, commentators saying, it seems as if this race is just to the base of each party. It's like nobody now try bringing others and the undecided. But may I say, when PMP decides say, yo, we are go, I even hear Mark Golan on Zip FM, and may I say, the ad just sound wrong because it sound like him voice noting in a one cheap phone. Send go get him, and him sound so condescending. People, I am Mark Golden, and I mean, I say it just sound wrong for your ear the ad depend. It better if them use the song, which may have to give them props. Them have one dub, that's what I'm going to call it, where them a list out all of the candidates in a like the northern region. It better if them it send that to Zip. But I even hear Zip playing PMP ad, me I say, nah man, it look one way. But anyway, enough for that. So Lester, your points on the debates. This is my first time talking about the debate for the last three debates. Tell me a high point, low points, and then I'm gonna ask the same as Akeem.
Um, Honestly, I hated the selection of the teams by the Jamaica Labour Party. You know,
Why?
we don't have to use ministers. We can
Mm-hmm.
use the best speakers, the best orators,
Mm-hmm.
the best person who are firebrand, but also passionate, but also accurate in information. So
Let me
a
tell you,
Rhoda Crawford,
let me
a
tell you
Karen
who
Sam Morrison,
I knew you're gonna say her. Your girl that long
right?
time.
Yeah, Karen Sam, my people. Robert Nesta Morgan,
Yeah.
um, a Floyd Green, but there's many younger persons who
Yeah,
are
man.
either in the Senate
Yeah.
or who are not ministers, who are firebranding, who are, because guess what? We have to try to be entertained in our debate too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we know, say, data on them, we know that Mark and Bunting them all come and and Damien them all come with drama, them all come with fire, them all come with mudslinging, they come with them a fling stone, right? Now we have to combat the same energy. No matter how Andrew wants to say, oh, we are practicing mature politics, Jamaica not mature yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it is getting there. We want it to get there, but right now we have to deal with the reality.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in terms of presentation of the facts, the Jamaica Labour Party is miles ahead. We answer more of the questions accurately on point, right? I think that what most persons are looking for is drama, entertainment. So them say, oh, the PMP win. However, did you get any information? Did you come away from when the PMP speak? Did you come away feeling that, oh, I am more clear on that policy or this policy? No. The People's National Party in any forum cannot speak about their policy without tearing down the Jamaica Labour Party. The JLP can speak on its policies without mentioning the PMP at all because we have so much.
Right.
Last thing about the debate, I think the time is too short and you cut off people. No, you understand me? I think maybe 2.5 minutes is enough time, for let the speaker develop them point and something there. Because when I get a person 45 seconds to respond to something that needs fleshing out,
All
it's
right,
unfair.
you said that was a thing. But before I bring in Akim to get his point, I can tell you from I've never been in a debate, but I've been around the filming part of it and thing. Let me tell you what me like it too. You see the debating, I like you there one sound clash and the dub plate segment. So it's about dropping the hits and just dropping. You know, on the time for warm up, like I say, cause me I tell you the truth, me don't want to hear somebody answer one question for 2.5 minutes. It's and it even show you because I hear debaters complaining that Andrew left money on the table because there were several times when him done answer. Even I think it happened with Christoph then too. Him talk and done and him say, "Oh, I still have enough time," and then he go on. So me not sure me agree with you. Said the time was too short because they were dropping seconds at all. Akim, your up points, up and lows, highs and lows for the debate.
Um, it was interesting. I really think that I think well, first time I agreed on labor right. I think I think they didn't send their best speakers to be honest. I really think Floyd has a certain passion that he would have done well. Terencia have a way to command the presence or make our presence felt and engage. So I think they miss some points there. I think they speak on the JLP first. I think Andrew didn't use him time very well in some sense. Like one time I think Messi him finish and have like 50 something second and then him continue for a while. And a couple times I think Messi him leave some time. Him leave some time and never use it well. And to be honest, I think some of the questions them did lay upon a platter in terms of not that they gave him easy questions, but he could have secured some more points with some of them. But I think at some point, maybe I don't know if nerves or emotions prevented some of them points from develop. Um, the PMP, I think Mark Golden surprised me. Um, Never really expect him to come out like that. Julian also surprised me. Um,
And those surprises are negative or positive surprises.
no man, surprised me in a positive way. Like
Okay.
them do better than me they expect.
Hmm.
And the fact that I think they got good coaching. Without a doubt, they were coached.
Hmm.
And I think they got a good coaching. So
So maybe this is a my
overall,
bias to come out
mhm.
because with Julian, when I was tweeting it and saying like, hold on, the data and tell Julian say him need to come out and sound like him tonight because I didn't enjoy it. And when I hear Emily say it and people are killer, it's true. I used to say the two people that I used to see leadership from the JLP was surprisingly Mark Golan when he was justice minister. Whenever I hear him in parliament, him did sound well put together. So again, you're surprised. I was surprised. He's a lawyer. Him know for talk. The next thing is both of them, or I should say, all the PMP speakers. I'm sure Lester agree with me with this. They said nothing new. It was the same rhetoric on the campaign. And your bank account, the JLP corrupt. Them a bit. I didn't hear one thing new from Julian, Damian, Raymond, Martin. Nobody. It was the same thing, the same no horse they were beating.
I don't know if I don't think it was a press conference or a manifesto launch, where in which you're going to expect somebody to come and
So
declare
maybe no,
something
maybe I
new.
missed my point. What I'm saying is
Uh-huh.
you're saying you were surprised, and I am saying even with Mark, as Julian was shouting and coming across like what trace mid one trace. You know,
No,
you
but
better
that's
this,
debate.
you yeah, but what I'm
That's
saying is
debate. That's debating
I
though.
want you to
I
develop the point to explain to me why you were surprised.
okay,
Because let's
okay.
just say the
So
only thing I
I
heard from the
was
PMP in the three debates were the exact talking points they have been talking about for 3 years.
I did not expect him to be a debater.
Oh, okay.
I expected him to come and pretty much talk. I didn't expect him to be strong
Got
and
you.
hammer home in points as a good debater would. And that's what I'm saying is that I personally think that they got good coaching, and whoever coached them should give themselves a round of applause. But again, I think it lived up to my expectation. We never really expect nothing more. I think I'm not sure if maybe in the economy debate maybe they'd expect a little bit more in terms of policy and solid things coming out of the in
No,
terms of policy.
the
But
coaching was to just tear down the government. That
I
was
don't
the
think no Terry. Everybody was throwing. Yes, that's the thing. You don't have to take off on a green tint.
no.
I
Trust me, it is
accept that
off. It is off.
it was both parties slinging mud
But
left and
brethren,
right. It's
be
not that
factual, man. Be factual. The pressure
I
will
watch.
always be on the government, So if guys remember back in the
Nah, I ain't
election,
gonna.
when Andrew was in opposition, you see this strident whatever prosper. Normally is wanting. Look at it this way. Me love use analogy. If you have a girl and me I try looky girl, which one are we are going to seem like we are going to order?
You, I would have expect.
Right, Lester?
Yeah.
So as me say, it is
Yeah,
normal. When
I
PNP was in power and JLP was in opposition, the same forceful, whatever, hammering points, remember, we can go back. Remember something where PNP repeat over and over. When Andrew only say the PNP has no plan to tackle crime or whatever, vote for me and you'll be able to sleep with your windows and door open. Those were all talking points, and let we move on from the debate. Well, it's part of the debate same way. Remember when Andrew dropped the 1.5 just before the election and PMP say it couldn't work? And it was just a political ploy. It's just a gimmicks. It's just something to buy votes, which me kind of surprised now, Akeem. Let's go back to you first before Lester. So 1.5 could not have worked. It would have crashed the economy, whatever, whatever. What's the difference now
this
with
they
years
said,
after,
hold
9
on.
years
They
after
said couldn't,
introducing
hold on, let
3.5?
me, okay. So to be correct, they say it couldn't work without new taxes.
Well, that was the modification. At first,
No, no,
when
no,
it
no, no,
dropped,
no.
when it
DP
did
me,
drop, and Akim, remember, I used to do news to TVJ. So the only argument is I know PMP were upset because them I say them should have debated, have a debate when PMP was shielding Portia because they were already got her diagnostic. So they were shielding her, so we didn't have a debate. People were saying they wanted to hear more from the JLP. So the JLP actually run with it scot free because
sorry.
nobody never interrogate them. But at first it was saying it couldn't work. Just like we are seeing now. Remember, so things that change. PMP has been saying, so the school bus them now go work, them are go kill off poor people. So it been a sit on you what you were trying to say, Akim. Because you said me for be fair.
No, I'm gonna tell you straight up. What I heard that it couldn't work
Let me hear
without
Lester
being
voice. Lester, when Andrew
anything.
Wallace brought in the mention the 1.5, what you remember hearing from PNP?
But remember, say it move up from almost about 900,000 to 1.5,
Mm-hmm.
right? And even with that, they must say it couldn't move. When it even moved to 900,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they were saying that it couldn't go beyond that because remember, say it was PMP who moved it to that.
Right.
Um, the thing is that when you ask them to explain at the time why it can't work, they could not. Dr. Peter Phillips, none of them couldn't tell you. Not one of them couldn't tell you, right? And when we have Ardisha was explaining how it can work, just like how Ardisha explained to Omar Davis, hey, you don't have to go to New York and borrow expensive money. You can get money very cheap at 2 and 3% from China, right? So when the labor rights present something, this is something that we have sat, thought about, carrying experts, and we say, boy, how can it go wrong? The first thing we do, then we say, all right, we'll find out then how can we modify this and make sure that this works to the best interest of the people of Jamaica, right? That is why the 1.5 worked. If you speak to many public sector workers, they are happy that they got that. And what we have done, we have incrementally increased it. You can't have big jumps like that. So now if Mark Gold is going to say, listen to me carefully now, Damien and
May I listen?
Mark Golding is saying that the 1.5 couldn't work then, but he's saying that the 3.5 can work now. He's giving praises to Nigel Clark and Favour Williams and Andrew Holness to create an economy that he can inherit and make 3.5 work. So he's
Mm-hmm.
giving praises to Andrew Holness, and we
Mm-hmm.
accept it.
Let me hear what
Now, you
Akim
say,
is saying. Finish up.
okay, go ahead.
Are you you're throwing into Akim?
Yeah,
Akim,
Yeah.
man, yeah, man,
Lester is
go
yielding to
ahead.
you. So that is what I was saying, and maybe you don't remember. That's fine because we are talking about 2015, so that is over 10 years ago. But remember, I was covering news, so this is something that I was well thing. The funniest part about it, because like I said this on my show the other day, me no need to be a hypocrite. I me no need to pretend because I've never gotten a check from the JLP. Me do this because I love of my art and love of my country, right? So saying that to say, I believe that some of these stuff that we end up seeing, they're electioneering. PJ did it. PJ was quiet for the water time, and then when the election at that time, you see some even something simple as pushing did that take place close to election. So I believe some of it have to do with it. Again, Andrew was in the opposition, wanted to come in. As Lester just said, they came up with an idea which them said this will benefit people and drop the 1.5, and PNP was saying it can't happen. And then they did say, so let me add that. Yes, they did say it will be done without any new taxes. Now I'm hearing that it
Yes,
cost the
yes.
country what? How much they cost the country, Akim? Because we don't have them figures there. I don't have it.
Man, I just know say about $6 or $7 go on the SCT.
Okay.
No
So
necessarily cost the
what
country, just
the
come back in
question
the
I was
taxes.
asking. So PMP was saying the 1.5 couldn't work 10 years ago. However, now they're doubling that. Oh, what's your take on that? As a businessman,
Mine are
because you know say as a businessman, it's workable. Yeah, I go say it can work because your party put it forward, or what's your honest opinion? Chungy, big up yourself.
um personally, it kind of scary for me, just based on where we are. I think possibly we should be focusing more on upskilling our people
Mm-hmm.
and more money into driving productivity. Um, Personally, that are my, personal philosophy. But um, them say it can't work. Me yield to them for them say it can't work. Me, to be honest, like that's government. That's government coffers. Government coffers is different. Um,
So what they said to you though, remember again, and we have seen this, it came up in the debates. Big up Giovanni for the question that he asked. Because we saw, and this is something that a lot of us has been talking about. One of the spokesperson Shadow says something, and Mark actually pull it back or have them come and say, no, them never said that. I intentionally went and dig up back Julian so I can play it just in case
mhm,
anybody forget. But when
mhm,
Nigel Clark, Dr. Clark announced the increase, which PMP people still saying the government pay themselves 300%. But when they announced it 213%, the spokesperson Shadow and Finance, Julian, got up and say, we on this side welcome it. Welcome the
mhm,
announcement. Mark
mhm,
said in the debate that no, what Julian was talking about wasn't whatever because we had not discussed it yet. So I'm saying that to say, so we heard Julian first saying how they plan on financing this or this 3.5, and then them walk it back, or let me say change it to something else. So that by itself, not even 2 weeks after making this grand announcement, coming to say, oh no, we're not gonna do it with that, we are gonna do it with that. That not add to your fear, as you say you're scared somewhat.
No, I think them say it easier now. Before it would have taken some creativity. Now it's easier. So that's what I got from it. We
Got
never
you.
really get.
Lester, what you get from that? PMP said 3.5,
You know,
1.5 couldn't work. Now we're offering 3.5. But a week after saying this is how we'll finance it, and when some people say, yo, that not gonna make no sense. Because Stokes was one of them economists come out and say, yo, bro, no. And them change it now, say, no, we are gonna do it one. Discretionary, that is the term what them did use. So there is a discretionary part of the budget, and favor said, no, there's no part of the budget is not whatever. How it look to you, Lester, if you see them have do this flip flop about turn kind of thing?
they've always been a party of flip flops, you know. You understand me? They've always been a party of flip flops. Um,
Mhm.
just like Akeem get the last two answers Akeem give. I mean, I attack your person, Akeem. I don't know you look like a fine young man.
No
But
man, attack no.
me no learn, no, understand for your last two answers them. You can't clarify the questions or the points that they may try if you bring across. Cause me try to listen for learning, you know, just like with the debate. I am trying to see what what else can I draw from this,
Mhm.
you know? And Akim, you're not helping your side at all, right? One thing with me and laborers that I associate with, we can bring across a point effectively that
All
so
right.
if we don't know something, we not talk on it.
We want him clarify. Because again, me I got throw out
No,
one white flag for Akeem because me
no,
never asked him
but the thing is
very
that
easy.
it's
Me
hard, you
asked
know.
him very confused.
Damien, it's hard because him don't know how much the 3.5 are gonna cost the taxpayers.
Yeah, but again,
So
remember, Sammy Show Lester is opinion based. So again,
yeah, but
talking up
how am I
behalf
gonna
of the
explain it gonna work? But by telling me say it gonna work,
me intentionally. No, but you hear him answer. Come on, Lester, man, be fair. Akeem said him kind of scared about it. You never hear that part?
what I'm scared about?
Because as he mentioned, Akim, you can't talk for yourself. So what he said is that he think that the place where we are now, economy, the economy is, it shouldn't be, and I'm using my words now. It shouldn't be giving people whatever. It's more developing the economy to make it even stronger and better. So like me represent well, Akim.
Pretty much, we should be driving product. In my personal opinion, we should be driving
Yeah,
productivity. From
yeah, man.
somebody in a productive sector, we should be driving productivity.
And that's why me
But
craft the question like that, Lester,
but
because I know Akim and I know
no, no,
certain things where
but if the threshold they go up, right? Wouldn't that encourage a lot of more entrepreneurship?
the
Not
threshold.
necessarily.
But we have seen it with the 1.5
Yeah,
and the
but
So what?
1.7.
man, make
So
we not
what
get
with the
too
1 point?
technical.
So
When
so
you
Remember,
look,
too technical. I keep hold on, Lester. Let's not be too technical because you say if you increase that, would that encourage more? No, this tax break would be for people already making the 3.5. It's not doing anything to create more people to make 3.5. So me not see how that would help more people to become entrepreneur because if you don't have the start, you don't have the start. This is not a boost to boost whatever. So say you're making 2.9. So by doing this now, it's automatically make you make 3.5. This will be, and this is my take. I believe they are, if it should happen, because I didn't do the maths, me never asked AI. But no will people now make 3.5 million in Jamaica. So it's a small percentage of Jamaicans will
yeah,
be benefiting from that cut. So that's why and Aki, maybe I don't like it. That's why I like the JLP views better to lower to this by 15% than yeah. That to me make more sense. More people will benefit from that.
because it
Than
right across the board.
exactly. Exactly. So I see somebody drop something. Somebody asked me if meeting are going on Natabia. You know anything about that, Lester?
Not to be our sentence be.
Arsenal, one of them, I never remember which one.
Yeah, that's where I am. I'm at the meeting.
Catch me.
Equal pay for women, shoot them with the minimum wage. Shoot them with the minimum.
So this is
I
the
said
artist thing
DP. I
right
sent
now.
to the video, no DP.
Yeah, me see it.
Yeah,
This is the artist thing right now, and let me make Akeem go first. Akeem, the Prime
hmm
Minister said, and let me make sure I say it right because up to today I had to be clarifying with some JLP sympathizers. The
yes,
Prime
yes.
Minister did not say when I win September 3rd, I am going to increase the minimum wage by 50% to 32. He did. That is not what you heard, correct, Akeem?
No, I heard the term.
So you heard that within the term it will be increasing, gradually increasing. So starting the
hmm
fiscal year next year, so minimum wage is now at 16,000, it's going to go up to 18,500 and then as they go along. So there are people who boy, I mean, I don't know if people just don't listen or just because all of us have an opinion because my friend, I hope she watch. But we had this long conversation back and forth, and then she said to she actually admitted less than say, you know, so me never did really listen to the rally last night because me go about my business. And I'm like, so why are you arguing with me? Because I pointed out several times. The Prime Minister did not say I am going to raise the minimum wage by 50%. He said gradually within the term. So that can be right before if him feel for run for a fourth term again and him say, here, we have it at 28,000. Make we put it to 32.
So
This
within
year come
within
up,
4 to 5 years, it should be at 32,000 based on
yes,
what
yes,
he said.
yes. You think it's workable or no? Straight out the back.
Um, it the problem we're going to cause. I don't think it's worth it, to be honest. Um,
Yeah,
we have
that's
to
a
be
strong word. That's
strict.
a strong word that you know. You
Yeah,
don't think
we have
poor
to.
people worth
No,
getting
don't. No, I can
32,000
I
a
can
week?
tell you. I can. The costs. Yes, I don't think it's worth it because many people will lose jobs.
No. Well, anyway, let me make you finish before me rebut.
DP, I've personally, we can tell you this. Exporters, we're gonna lose a massive amount of the export market without a shadow of a doubt. We already just barely a compete on the international market. And
Mm.
to be honest, I think that will wipe a whole especially agriculture. That will almost wipe the agricultural sector out. Um, so. personally, if we can produce more as a country and some way upskill with people, I don't see how that going to work without losing losing a massive amount of persons in the labor force.
Mm.
Wage bill, a normal one of the highest costs on a profit and loss statement. And oftentimes when companies look for trim and for cut back expenses, you normally look for take out wages and salaries first. Because that oftentimes are the easiest place for do layoff and all that stuff and balance the book through people. So again, that is the risk when we see. I don't know if it worth it to. I don't think personally. I don't think it's going to happen. So, but me there for see. Me wait for hear the conversation and the discussions around it.
Right.
Hopefully him no win, but me hope we can hear some. Even if him no win, like we can hear some spirited discussions,
So
some
let
economists
me
and
ask
stuff
you
like
this
that.
before I bring
Come
in
put
Lester.
come
Cause
put it
more
out.
Lester wait. So
Hmm.
Akeem, you're telling me, guys, as me saying a bridging, you used some strong words a while ago. You're telling me that if your party should win for the next 5 years, you don't think it would be possible for a minimum wage earner to get $32,000 a week?
No.
Okay. Me not think me I go join Leicester now. Me not think you had do your party justice 2 days before the election because if I was a non-voter and me just a listen and me undecided, or me did up on the fence, we hear one PMP, I say, boy, the JLP put out something to say within that term, if you're a minimum wage earner, you will be getting 32. The only thing me hear from you is to say, think it a go work, but you haven't said anything because me can rebut some of my stuff the more you say. One, and maybe me I take us some Leicester point here. If 2015, Andrew only said that he would be tripling the minimum wage, I see him thing you that's a way just a while ago. And I can tell you, at 2016, Andrew only raised the minimum wage from 5,600 to 6,200 a week. Right now, minimum wage earners are getting $16,000. So at 15, that are more than twice. So you sure you're not just not thinking
DP,
about,
I'm paying $20,000 a week. Me currently now I pay my staff 20,000 a week in a
but you
Jamaica.
not think say next with inflation, you know, think say you should be able, your business should be at a point for add 12 more $1,000 to that.
As an exporter, I tell you already. Tell you already say we're already not
I hear
competitive.
you. I hear. Let me
And
hear. Let me
and
hear. Let me hear
okay.
from Lester. Go ahead, Lester.
All right. The more disposable income people have, the more increase in commerce activity. Also, Jamaica have an entrepreneurial spirit, right? Jamaica will find ways to be productive. That one. Two, Akeem, when the introduction of the automobile, of the buggy, did the horse industry die?
Well, I don't know.
No, but don't we still have race horses now and horses doing all kind of something?
I know I don't have horse and
Horses,
carriage as much no more.
horses. No, but no. Me not a horse and carriage. The horse industry. Because the carriage couldn't move it without the horse. Horses are even more valuable now and more expensive now than then.
Okay, I'm listening.
So I'm saying, not because something has evolved, don't mean say it's going to die. It's going to be a detriment of something else, right? I was speaking to the largest banana farmer in St. Anne today. She is here with me now, right? And we're talking about this. And they said that this move should have done a long time ago. Now, you know, Emily, George Davis had an interview with the Matalands them recently, right? And George pointed out to the Matalan that the problem what we're having in Jamaica is that business owners, entrepreneurs, right? The manufacturers in Jamaica and people who are, in the productive area, there's a salary disparity. The huge profits that these guys are making, when you look on the hotels, them, the manufacture these companies, and what they are paying, right? It is not adding up. They are making a lot of money, DP. They're raking in billions. But what they're paying people,
Chicken
it is
feed
not
is
it is not adding up. And that's why we have so a lot of these companies have high, like look at KFC. KFC have a high worker turnover, right? Just because of that.
KFC was I was told to.
Yeah, they can pay better.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand Akeem's point. Remember, it's incrementally, and everybody are gonna adjust. Believe me, everything's going to adjust, The prices, everything's going to adjust. And yes, we do need to increase in productivity, but what we need is steady jobs, steady productivity, not just increase, but steady productivity. That's what we need, right? Because it is fancy in the day, man. Oh, we need
Mm-hmm.
more factory, we need more this. What is it that we are producing? What is it in Jamaica that we are producing that the world desire? We have to look at that part. So
Yes.
persons have to upskill. That's why I say the JLP is saying to persons, upskill yourself. Because that's what Singapore did. That's what the Netherlands did. That's what Germany did. They
I was listening.
upskilled the population.
I was listening to Dion this evening, Akeem. I don't know if you thought about this part. By doing this, what is going to happen? And I don't remember who said it, so but it's not my original thought. This was, I guess, on Dion show. He said that there are some low-paying jobs that's got to go because he mentioned a Caribbean island. I don't remember which one it was right now. Him say nobody no pump, nobody gas at them place there, just like America. I think the only state that you pay pump your own gas is New Jersey, and I heard that's in law. You pump your own damn gas. So there are some job where, and when you say it, I wasn't thinking of it. And then something come to me less than Akeem. You shouldn't have somebody at your yard. I wash your dirty clothes and I clean your house, and you're not giving them something where they can take care of their family. So some people looking at the losing thing, and then it took me back again to again. Me I gonna mention my brethren Shaka Fame. I remember one Saturday morning him called me and him say, "Yo, brethren, come up to our studio." Where Styles of him was talking about. And me say, "Yo, me just done wash my clothes. And me now me I got hang them up." Which I had washing machine. Me never have job, but me not Jamaica. This me I talk about. And he laugh off of me and I say, "My youth, you still a wash your own clothes?" And me I say, "Yeah." And him I say, "No, brethren, get one little woman and pay her for wash your clothes, man." Whatever. And at that me do. The lady must come in me out every other week or something like that. So I start asking around because again, I was ignorant to all this day work thing. Go. At the time, I think it was $800 a day for somebody come wash your clothes. And I remember paying the lady, I think $1,500 when she done. One Saturday she come and, me said, me just want your wash cause me no want nobody clean my place and thing. And then it start add and then we develop a relationship because of course I was skeptical of letting people in my house. I'm saying all of that to say, Lester said something I want to piggyback on. We're entrepreneurs. You know what I see with this, Akeem? You mentioned about say in the farming or whatever. Maybe a man it a go work out for the workers and the staff. He say, yo, just come give me 2 days. I'm going to pay you for that. And the man go over Leicester Farm, go do 2 more days. And he go over Smiley's, go do 2 more days. So instead of one person have to say, same thing with washing dirty clothes. Instead of one person have to say, because you want people exploit people. I remember I used to work at this place hourly. And every time when we talk about money, the boss used to say, Mr. Phillips, you know that you're my most expensive staff. And we had a lot of back and forth because I said to her, I said, listen, pay me for my time. Let me come work for you for half an hour, 101. Make we come an agreement instead of doing what she did have the other staff them do because she did not pay them a little bit or nothing, but they had to clock in at XYZ time and couldn't leave for XYZ time. And rightly so, they weren't being productive, but there are still people who have this slave mentality in them head, Lester, where say, boy, here, me prefer pay you for the day and you come there if you only do half an hour worth of work. So I see
But
this as a plus all over. Go ahead.
Damien, imagine moving from a farmhand, right, to
Mm-hmm.
a supplier, right? So me now can buy from the farmer, right? And me can go supply people now. So I'm not just a farmhand. And I can do that because the money me I earn now, me in the minimum wage, the income tax bracket, right?
Yep.
Because of the 32,000, me in that bracket there, right? So
Mm-hmm.
me not pay the income tax,
Mm-hmm.
and so me have more disposable income. Me can buy a little car,
Yeah,
right?
like a Pro Box.
Um,
No, we have to say Pro
with
Box. Yeah.
maybe a Pro Box, right?
Yep.
Where you can
Yep.
carry more goods and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Akim? Not necessarily Pro Box, right? Cool.
Yeah, listen
And the
to
same.
him.
Yeah,
So
me
so
can't remember pro box. We hear we hear the leader of the opposition the other day say no, him no want carry school pitting them in nothing. I pro box people and me want carry school pitting them. So nothing can run.
yeah, you
Sorry.
know. So I'm saying, Akeem, and it's right. If you study Singapore model, there's certain class of jobs I think legally Singaporeans cannot do legally. You understand me? Somebody can fact check me upon that. But that's why them having the Bangladesh people, the English, the England, the Indian people, the Nigerians and stuff like that who are doing these type of work, right?
Yep.
Because the skill level is so high, and we have to do that. Just imagine, just imagine how the PMP say pick that Damian Crawford and the fix and J free program is saying that a mother of four who earn minimum wage, right? Have to decide which one of the picnic for send gas school and the one of them can gas school 5 days a week and stuff like that. Now with this increase, she will have the capacity to provide more for her children,
Yep.
right? So we have to look at everything
So I
on a
made a phone call because I was born 1980. So I don't know what it go on 75 when Michael juked them with the minimum wage. I did some research and saw that the minimum wage act was about around from 1938. However, it wasn't inactive until I'm not able to read now, but I have the notes. 75. So that's why in the song juke them with the minimum wage. And I
Well,
am just going back in time.
Singaporeans, give me 1 second. Singaporeans are not restricted from any job.
And that is AI or just
Um,
internet search.
AI.
no, it was not manly idea, because the labor in a 67, 68 piloted that bill,
Gotcha. However, in this song, it said them with the minimum wage, and I think that was based on the research I did. It says 75 Manley enacted it, so I didn't say it was his idea, but it was enacted under Manley.
Yeah. No,
In this,
no. The narrative DP is that a manly idea. I mean, as I say, not even housing trust
no, I understand,
and
I understand.
like even maternity leave and something. None of that are manly idea.
I'm just going back into time and I'm like, if me could have paid somebody anything, me feel like paying them because there was nothing in law binding to say I couldn't pay them less than that. And that is something that I find myself explaining to people to that. When I hear, and this is why I'm taken aback, because no, when we hear people and I see somebody James say it, PMP said them love the poor and it's all about the poor and whatever, whatever. So, oh no, the prime minister is saying we are going to fix the country to a point where our minimum wage is going to be $128,000 a year. And persons having problem with that.
Yep.
And these are the people who I used to hear on talk show from last year before, saying Andrew for call election, I could vote them out because the people them must suffer and poor people can't this and poor people, whatever, whatever, whatever. But they're saying no, it cannot work. So I'm thinking and I'm saying,
Hold
hold
on,
on,
hold
I'm
on.
thinking, I'm saying in
Have
1975, I am sure owners of businesses and farms and all of that, me sure them never did hug up this minimum wage thing because now the government was mandated that listen, you can't, it's illegal to pay somebody below this. And the reason why I'm saying that is I can recall, me never did attract minimum wage in the 90s because me never business about a politics, I think. But I see, say, as far back as, me could go 10 years ago. Every time when the government said they're going to increase it, you hear a set of people come out and say it can't work because people are going to lose them job. But right now, minimum wage started at what, June 1, $16,000, and me not hear nobody a complain. Go ahead, Akim.
as I said, I'm not sure if the PMP put out an official position from this morning. From last time we hear it, the persons may start have conversation with around the time, see it in a certain light, and we somehow we agree to disagree and somehow we
Mm.
ventilate to points. So I can't say this are the official position of them. I know them always that say, them supposed to have a minimum wage where it's adjusted to cost of living. I'm just saying within the next 5 years, I personally as a business owner don't think um
So let me ask you a personal question. You
mhm,
said that you're paying your staff 4,000 above the minimum wage, correct?
yeah, currently.
So I mean know your Akim, I know your heart.
Well, my pay per day. My pay per day.
Okay, I mean know your heart. So in a five
Mm-hmm.
years time, if you can pay 40,000 a week, why you wouldn't do it?
DB, it's not that if I can pay it per week, I want to do it. If I can, I would.
So, but now that we
I've always
And Lester say,
but let
hold
me
on,
say,
but
but let me
hold
say
on.
this, let me say
Lester
this to
says
you.
something because we listen to one another. Lester
Hmm.
say, unlike what the PMP tried to do to make it sound like I want fly by night or and sorry, me have to put the politics in it. Me
Hmm.
hear Mark Golden repeats on something what Shaka Fame first me hear say it. And that sounds something that makes sense. For example, in them I go dump up and a Shaka Mir said this. Me just I give you an example. Them I go dump up one riverbed above bay. Some little rummets might say, boy, this is a good idea, and then Mark will go repeat it. And I'm like, no. I don't see Andrew Onless like that. When Lester said it earlier, when the JLP make an announcement and something, as him say, me no know him have inside knowledge. The first question is, how will this not work? Or what would prevent this from happening? And then them go to say, okay, what we're going to do make it better. I don't take it as just maybe I don't know. I don't take it as just a mere announcement, like what Raymond Price say. Oh, the JLP is just they're desperate, so they're trying to find something to appease the people. No,
Again, but as I
the,
say,
the
you going to look upon
country is
it, you
going to
know,
be at a level where $32,000 is going to be all right for a minimum wage
I
earner.
again, I can speak to my track record in terms of how I've employed.
Mm.
I've closed on one business before so I could that I make less money in the next business just to give people employment. I did that. But notwithstanding the market, and I've spoken to, I was just talking to my cousin before we get on that I remember one person, one importer I spoke to, and he was like, Jamaica is going to price himself out of the market. And
Also,
one of the largest exporter, if not the largest exporter of agri-produce in Jamaica right now. I've seen constantly complaining that the prices we're offering, we can't compete with anybody. So at the end of the day, the only thing we can that we can do now, where that will make me maybe hire less people, is more automation. And while it might be more productive, but a lot of these people that are low skilled, them not gonna have, me not really see them having much opportunity elsewhere in where them live and them ability to reach to provide. So, things like that, me think about some of the times me think about if try to balance technology
me think
with
some
giving people
businessman, me
opportunity.
think some businessman use that talking point. They like them a help people figure them job. So again, maybe I'm
No,
being
a lot of
harsh.
people, a lot
Maybe
of
I'm being
persons
harsh.
have.
You know this Akeem I had a business place in Port Antonio
Mhm.
before I migrated. And I did make the choice to sell it out before coming up, but I'm saying there's no way 32,000 is how much US?
Maybe about two, no, no, maybe 200. Oh,
So me could put it
32
down to as low as
thousand
one. So we're
divided
talking about
by
$350 for a week,
55. You look
right?
at about 206, yeah, about
Right.
200.
And I am saying, sitting where I'm at right now, if me did
Mm-hmm.
have a business place at Jamaica where me can't pay somebody $200 for work for a week, that business that need for lockdown. That's how I
Mm-hmm.
look at it. So
Mm-hmm.
again, whosoever said it on RJR this evening, I'm like, maybe this is the way we should be thinking. I was in this band, Right Rich Bar, me live, back in the day, and when they were talking about AI coming in and AI is going to take away jobs, and this whole, you remember Donald Trump was saying this in the campaign about black jobs, and what are the stereotypical black jobs? The lowest level of paying whatever. And I said to the brother, I was the singer in the band, and I said, oh, they're wicked because now they're going to take away black jobs. And I'm like, no, first and foremost, there shouldn't be no damn black jobs. And with AI coming in and all of these things, people need to upskill themselves. When me just come and find me working, I'm on three, four warehouses. No, I'm licensed and trained. Yeah, then all this fear when me did have to say, boy, if me go work late tomorrow, I'm gonna get fired or whatever, blah blah blah. No, that fear they gone because what? I've equipped myself to a point now where I am in demand. I am needed. I'm an asset to the company I'm work for. And I am saying that is where we should be trying to bring our people. We cannot be building the country and make it better if we are things say, boy, we really need to have one woman come on we yard 5 days a week and sit down and wash dirty clothes, scrub, 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 scrub.
Yeah, but the thing about you look on it one way, DP, but
Oh, you look at it.
if you reach a place where a person's like, for me, and again, we can't speak to my experiences. Growing up, persons would come by the house. and ask if there's any work that they can do.
Mm-hmm.
They want something to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, at times, you really not, do you need it? No. Could you use it? Yes. Somebody need a help? Fine. You get employed, you come, you help out for the week.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks, if you're good, you stay on and you help out. My parents were, considered lower middle or civil servant or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And you help. Remember when we start bottle coconut water, you're going to the bush, the youths them come. You need 2 person literally can go. By the end of the day, 5 person come, 6 person come, and everybody knows if them come, we're not gonna leave them, carry them out, pay them, or we get them a thing. So just go for say, like, oftentimes we think we don't really understand the plight where persons face in terms of why them seek certain jobs, and persons with certain heart will find something get them to do and stuff like that. And it to me make it really difficult. I don't know if Wisynco and some of these companies, if what the opportunity costs, whether it makes sense for them to invest in automation, and you lay off a certain amount of people, what that mean, right? Um,
But like me say a while ago, remember I said the minimum wage the minimum wage was raised to 16,000 June 1. I mean, not hear nobody a complain. Because again, as you said that a while ago, bro,
somebody told me
most
last night.
people,
Hold on.
most people is doing like you. Wherever the
Mhm.
minimum wage is, they pay more than the minimum wage anyways. Because this
Somebody
thing,
told me.
if you have one good gardener, you're not gonna pay him because you don't want to lose him. You're gonna
Somebody
pay him
told me
for
last night that the supermarket in Port Antonio downside. What? Let me see if in the call name. Give me 1 second. So you can talk to Lester. I want to see if we find the name of the
let's talk
supermarket for
on this
downsize.
at the person say because even now, me sure in your country I saw it go. Like this supermarket that I shop at, they close at 10. If I go into the supermarket past 8 o'clock, I have to cash out myself. So during the day, them have people, but and me I say it is getting there. So again, maybe me sound wrong, but me I say this are for the benefit of our people. We shouldn't have nobody. We shouldn't have a 17-year-old leaving school now and say, boy, so I cash more and go be one cashier in a doing supermarket. Or, so I guess more and go pump down a Brian Texaco. No,
100%.
no.
100%. It's supposed to be a stepping stone.
Thank you. And I've seen it. This lady, I don't know if she's still alive, but one lady used to work on a Redwood supermarket, Redwood pharmacy in a city center. One pretty ear lady. And I guess so she worked for her entire life. And I'm like, that's something else. So we need to change Leicester where. And I was talking to my son about that last week. I think we need to reach a level to where we encourage children to work, start work at 15, 16, and get in at the work vibe. I know, say, listen, if you got
I'll be
KFC
Yep.
right back.
or Burger King, this shouldn't be that is a career path, me I go, unless a managerial yeah going on. But we have seen it. We have people who we grew up and see them a do that one little something they were not paying squat. And them staying like, no, we country not gonna grow if we remain like that. Let's talk. We talk a lot about it. More hear upon this. What Mr. The brother mentioned say. We need to lose some of the jobs, them, the low paying jobs, them like the pumping gas and the cashier and them something. What's your take?
Yeah, man. But every society evolve, you know. You
Mm-hmm.
understand me? Um, when you look on the lumberjack industry, where people cut down trees and stuff like that, you move a man with an axe to chainsaw. Now you have one machine where you can literally dig up the whole tree and move it and stuff like that.
Right.
Persons will move on and evolve. What the Ministry of Finance did a few years ago when they were laying off and making something redundant, they pay the staff to go to a seat vacation that they like and learn it, and Heart
Right.
Academy
Good.
come in and train them and stuff like that, and people get upskill and move on. A lot of persons, sorry, a lot of persons became plumbers, technicians, air condition
Yep.
technicians,
Mhm.
and make more money than what they were making at the Ministry of Finance as a manager.
All right.
You know, so
But we saw it, not to
it's
cut
that.
you, but we saw it too even in the pandemic. I hear a lot of successful story where people say, yeah, me did have my
Yes.
regular 9 to 5. Here's this girl, lady from, I think St. Elizabeth or Mandeville, one of them place there. You know what she did start do? she used to do some make some vase from she just take the towel and put in a cement, and then when it dry is a vase. And she's
Yeah.
like, the amount of money what she didn't make, we have seen it. People take them on and turn fashion. And I was listening to her like and thinking, yo, you know, say some of them man who are wipe car glass. They might make more money than some people you see sit down in a AC and a
It
bush or
average
whatever.
average of 15 to 18,000 dollars a day they make.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's the
Anyways,
average.
gentlemen, I'm tired. Me I work all day because I know it's election at 2 days' time. And Lester, me I gonna make you go back. But where you want to leave with us? Start with you, Lester, then Akeem. And thanks again for
All
joining me
right.
tonight.
Akeem, big up yourself. Um, DP, do not believe the chatter on social media about the Jamaica Labour Party. I live in the Netherlands. I am in Jamaica now. And seeing it on the ground, being here, going to the different parishes, walking with Maraj, walking with Amos, walking with the Prime Minister, walking with Matthew Samuda today, walking go for Crystal to seeing how people respond to the Prime Minister, right? I go into the stores, to the malls, and I talk to the regular persons. Today in Brownstown, this girl I run against Crystal Lee, and I've never heard of this girl before, right? The cashier can tell her the policies of the Jamaica Labour Party. It's a young lady. She can tell her she's not just a family labor, right?
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? No, the PMP base is alive. DP, the PMP base is
It's alive.
alive.
Yeah, I see pictures. I see it.
Damien, me not about picture, Damien. Picture don't do it justice.
Let me just say, wow, wow.
Last night I was at Spanish Town. The Green River come down. Them have a lock down at least about 10 community around Spanish Town. There's
Wow.
too much people, too much traffic.
Mm-hmm.
But when it is to the chatter on social media, you'd think that people hate Andrew Holness.
Mm-hmm.
You think that Andrew Holness have not done anything. And I'm saying to people, have conversations, have meaningful, respectful, civil conversations, right? And learn and try to teach something, try to impart something onto people.
Mm-hmm.
Look and say, all right, let me investigate what has the Jamaica Labour Party done. Let me investigate what the People National Party is proposing to do
We,
and
we
how
don't have
feasible
we
it
don't
is.
have time. Election is studio time. Why you take 30 seconds to say to people, maybe somebody's on the fence right now watching, why you think they should vote for your party? 30 seconds.
Simply, 98% of the things that Andrew Holness promised to do in 2016, he has done. When you look at the trajectory of the economy, right, since 2020 till now, what we have overcome with the pandemic, with the supply chain issue, when you look at how we recover quickly from burial, when you look at that during the pandemic, no public sector worker was laid off. But when you look at the investment into the economy, into health and these things, right, we're moving in the right path. What we need is continuity of government, people. Continuity of government. We don't need a breaking government for somebody to experiment with it, right? Just imagine your household where you have a mother and father, and just imagine say you're picking them dead. You understand me? And you're older, you can't have no more picnic. That is a similar thing what gonna happen. You understand me? So I'm saying to people, have continuity in government, hold your government responsible also. So if you're voting by the Labour Party, ensure say your MP and your council them are work. Ensure say you put the fire to them for that ensure so then they do what them have to do. If the People's National Party, my mouth can't say it. But anyway, I close there.
Finally, give me a projection. What's your projection?
I mean, I like the projections, but me I gotta be very candid.
Mm-hmm.
If the Jamaica Labour Party is fully organized and fully resourced, if you know what I mean, Damien,
Yeah, man.
fully resourced,
By what?
that's what on your mind, Aki, for the PMP.
No,
Go
say
ahead,
the
Aki.
full resource. No man,
Fully
finish the
resourced,
stuff.
yes.
Sorry.
Fully resourced. Mobilize the workers out there to get voters to come and vote. You understand me?
60,
Anyway,
60 seat and a half, man.
So, but if once they're fully resourced and very organized, you can see 52 seats. Now,
60.
a realistic projection, based on what we have on the ground there, man,
Uh-huh.
37.
37. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
my number 45, but go ahead, Akeem. What's your projection?
For the JLP?
No, just the election.
I'm not really sure. Thinking going close, but based for the blue that poll, I think JLP have about 50, 55 there about in the bag. So,
So
it
that
will
so
be very
you're conceding?
me, but I can't see nothing.
No, you just Akeem. You see, I'm gonna
Listen,
select I'm gonna cut after that and put on TikTok in. You can't tell me no. You just
yeah.
say
I
you
keep on
just
there, right?
you just say
Oh,
JLP at
I
52.
prefer drop down dead.
I keep on labor, right?
Me say I prefer drop down dead.
All right, my boss.
50
but
Akeem said
but but
52.
um no baseball blew that poll. But honestly though, I think me expect a close selection. It going to come down to organization. Whoever out organized the other one. Um, there's some seats where some new voters were added.
So let me put words in your mouth. You don't really
Mhm.
expect PMP to win, but if they win, it's gonna be close. That's what you're saying.
No, me literally mean when me say I say what I mean. I think we're going to be a close selection. Um,
Well, me concede.
me
That's why I may ask if you clarify.
So I think PMP will win.
But
I
it's
think
going to be
again, be
very
maybe
close.
like a 35, 34
Mm.
thing. And just the
And
reason why
let
is
me
that
ask you this: why you think PMP are gonna win?
why?
Yeah, is it a
Think
wish or are you actually
no,
saying?
me think we're the better party.
Oh, okay. So it's just strictly
Yeah.
on fundamentals. You're like based
No,
on
no, no.
where the
Me think we message have been sound.
time come.
I think the base, yes, time come for uplift the masses. Um, time come to see the advancement of the middle class. Um, and overall, I think organization wise, I think they based on what I've heard, the organization is looking pretty good. So it come down to execution. A lot of training has been done.
Me used to
So
judge them something here, though, gentlemen. Me use people who make me trust say them is no P. Because if you talk to PNP, are gonna tell us, oh, you mean we have this. But the way you say things kind of sure because I think Akeem, and it's just my personal opinion. But if you say if you did sure, you wouldn't say it close.
no, I'm tell you, say last time, I'm sure. Me end up take a flight the next morning, book my flight and take a flight next morning with shame. Me? Can't catch me again. I think I'm gonna catch me
And again, and
but
with labor right, you know, say, thing. If you talk to a labor right, they're gonna say yes, we have this. So like I was saying, I don't know if
no,
you
most people I've heard say them confident to win. But I'm just being realistic. I'm just being a student of the
right,
politics.
right. So may I say
Um,
is that to me is enough to tell me that you to me it's like you're conceding, say,
no,
you know.
I'm not concede nothing. Me just say can go anyway. I may know politics enough now to know that it come down to organization. Organization on the day,
So
that's
what I
what it
was
will
saying,
come
so
down
my
to.
my gauge is people who me not hear them preach politics and the momentum on the ground, I think it's with the JLP. So like I said last week,
Uh,
I see
I don't know.
44, 40, aim about 44, 45 seats. I think the JLP is going
Okay.
to lose at least four seats. I'm hearing that they're going to pick up some because I know that it is said that like Charles, a Santa Machili kind of weak. Some of the labor right them never comfortable with her. So the seats them when me did have worries. Remember me have discussion about this like the Ardlishaw seats where I said no man and the Carl Samuda seat and I say oh them seat they should have sort out long time and me I say don't worry yourself man watch how I go on. No, I'm hearing that Manchester supposed to go fully green because Peter shall not return to Garden House, and I hear that Mikel is going to lose his seat. So I think, like I said, JLP is going to drop off four, but they're going to pick up back in some seats where, yeah, that is my prediction.
Okay.
All right, Lester, you're not
Fun
typing up,
times.
so thank you. You did say a final word. So, Bridgin,
Fun times.
we won't talk again until, well, on the set. until
Yeah, after
we form
election.
a new government. So
Yeah, well, interesting times ahead. Encourage everybody to
we'll be
go out,
doing the
go out,
aftermath
vote.
next week, Monday.
Yeah, everybody go out and vote and
I'm happy that it's
exercise your
finally here, though,
franchise.
Akeem, because it's
Yeah,
not
me
been
tired of it,
again
man. Me
for a long
tired.
time. I think for 2 years now, PMP has been calling for the election, and that by itself brought some unnecessary, anxiety and all of that. So I just
No, me just tired. Me just tired. Me just tired. Me just tired for we,
and
overall
I'm
seeing the
also
people
optimistic that the
fighting.
voters turnout is going to be up. I'm not sure it's going to hit the 50, but we saw that with the election day workers and police, they got 57 percent
Hmm.
turnout of people on the voters list. So that is encouraging. And I think some people reach, guys, remember, Andrew take this, what, 2016. You have some people where them never vote yet, I think one excitement did it, where them
Yeah, a
finally
lot of
make it to
people,
the
a lot of
voters
people.
list.
The thing I'm gonna show them, I wonder if, and again, being a student of the politics, I wonder if JLP get caught off guard. I'm not sure.
What would that make you wonder that? Donovan, do you know?
Just in terms of enumeration and stuff.
Mhm.
Um, enumeration
So you don't
and
think the crowd size tell them kind of something? Because
the crowd size in terms of the
yeah, man, what we see them. I had on Ryan Strawn last week, former member, a former president of G2K, and he pointed out something which me never did look into. Him say, when before now have you seen, say we're in a Portland, and I miss
Mhm.
Vaz shirt, you see majority of the people them have on. You know, see a 3, 4, 5. And it took me back to covering election where in the heat of the general election, I saw people in riser shirt and well, that's a but you get
Mhm.
a point to me, I make. Or
Mhm.
one different candidate. So with that Portland,
Mhm.
where you see somebody have on one Dr. Guy shirt or something like that. So he pointed that out to me and me are like, yeah, this look different for real. Like you see the people, I mean, are them cap with the candidate and them shirt with the candidate, and his
Mhm.
majority off from that constituency. So I don't know why you think them get off guard. I saw PMP people begging labor right shirt. So that is why you may think them might get tricked.
No, as I said, when I get caught in them, some of them little stuff that we're really interested in
Mm.
the numbers in terms of how many
Well,
people get
me
enumerated.
can't tell you, even I'm a 45 wrong, there are people who are excited about breaking a trend because I hear um, somebody said Jamaican don't like give third term. But I think Jamaica ready for a third term, ready to bless Andrew Holness with a third term. And I also think he has worked for it. Again, I keep on forgetting to say this. I don't think the last term was a true full term because remember that about 3 years out of that was COVID and the recovery from it. So when I hear PMP saying, "Oh, no, in a government for 9 years," and I'm like, that's disingenuous because COVID took out more than a half of that term. Would you agree with me, Akim?
Not necessarily when we see a point.
Why you wouldn't agree with me?
Just no, I think they've had time they get the country on a solid trajectory,
Yeah, but Akeem,
solid
come on, you
fundamentals.
is a farmer, brethren. If you have your good farm and one little rainstorm come and wash it out here and start from scratch, me can't say, boy, you used to make millions of dollars or whatever. You
Oh
start
no,
from scratch.
I don't know if we started from scratch though.
Yes, man, Akeem, and the whole world restarted.
No, I don't think the whole world restarted. I don't think
All
so.
right, so Jamaica restarted.
I don't think Jamaica restarted, but I think we had a downtime.
Wow.
And in any business, you do have downtimes. So I think we
No.
had a downtime.
Akeem, again, man. Brethren, I last did this before, Take off the
No,
pandemic,
me
man.
tell the
The
truth, and no matter
pandemic is
tell.
a one
And no, it's
in a
not.
100 years.
Mm,
And we were
I
severely
think,
affected because remember that Jamaica, which we need to change that, our biggest foreign exchange come from the tourism industry.
yeah, but
Tourism.
we still saw remittance come in, and I think we recovered pretty well.
Hakeem, no man,
Um,
you're gonna make me start over the show because I remember say everybody did
start over,
lockdown.
man. We have some time tonight.
Everybody, no, me I go me
No,
tired. Everybody did lockdown and couldn't work and send remittance.
no, but no, man. Some of it is still at work.
That are
Me this
some,
still
but
like
that majority, Hakeem. Come on, man, be honest.
me still export, so me still contribute to the country
Yes,
GDP.
but that wasn't the majority,
So
Ross. That's the point I'm
no,
making.
but this I
So
mean in
what I
terms of
say is,
productivity.
3 years out of the 5 years was the whole experience of COVID, billing back from COVID. So I don't think Andrew really got a good full second term. So to
Promising.
me,
The
this
only
is
thing I
like
said the back.
so the
The only thing
third
I
term.
said the moving truck and move out and
So
Joe.
so the third term is to
Yes,
me.
sir.
I would have like
Second term.
to me the third term. Although GLP not gonna agree with this because it got sound wrong, but I think it's second term 2.0. Yeah, that's how I think.
Mm. Okay.
But yeah, man, but as me say,
Well,
Hakeem, trust me. I know you. Me sense it in a thing. Me remember when we met 2016, you were so disappointed that PMP did win. I
um,
mean, lose. Me not think you're gonna be that disappointed this time because I
me,
think you know say Martin not gonna win. Me feel like
if
you know that.
if Labor with me, I go join the army.
As in
And I
the
come back.
Labor Right Army.
Not Labor at army because some brother dead, brother drop down, brother God strike me.
Not say that.
Oh, sir, I'm like this. Once in
I
a
know,
life,
but
when after the Labor. Eh?
I can't because I've seen people cross the floor and whatever, both sides. So
No, me just it's just overall. I just don't like it's just not one part of my life. Me don't like
I hear you, boss.
fundamentals. Me don't like the leader.
We were doing good. So let's. I don't notice that we need a cuss. We have
No,
somebody
me
from
not
the
cause we
PMP and the
not cause
no,
by people can know some me not like
we
me
have
not
somebody
like Labour Party.
from the PMP and the JLP, and we had a good discussion. Akim, did you hear
Yeah.
this video? Somebody sent it to me the other day.
Who's that?
Why you recognize the voice, man?
Oh no,
You
I'm
you
trying to
recognize
recognize
the
the
voice?
voice. Mm-mm.
Pickett's Gill.
Okay.
So they were, and you see, I'm happy the day and age that we're in, Akeem, because this was a PNP MP batting for increase for salary for parliamentarian, and you can hear it in him voice. When him turn MP, he never did even know what the salary was, because he was
Mm-hmm.
making way more money in his law practice. And we hear the PNP, and this is why I hear them trying to string Dr. Gale even today, because every time when they bring it up and say wicked thief in Andrew Holness give himself and him colleagues them are in parliamentarian, as in taking out PMP out of it. Um 300% raise, which is a lie. And like I said, the footage are there when PMP people are say, yo, we need to pay our politicians more. And we know that even Dayton Campbell is getting more money than the prime minister right now to go and trace. But
I think everybody go, most of them are gonna happy for get more money. Those I guess Mayor said them to live the life out. Man, the them a thief, man. True.
you
I'm
cannot
an
say that.
excuse, man.
You cannot say that. There are no such thing. Akim,
Who?
thanks for being here.
Yeah, have a good
Blazer,
one.
because Blazer never said I come last week. Blazer
I
fag me.
know.
Yep, but it's all right. So like I said,
Okay.
when next you guys see me on my live, because I did ask to get my subscription up to 2,000 and I would have gone live Wednesday night. But me see little improvement, but it's still not reach 2,000 subscribers. So maybe we still have 2 days. If me the 2,000, then I may go live. But I don't know. I want to sit down on my deck and put up big screen and enjoy myself as a spectator. I don't want to be. And I maybe gonna get too excited if choke them with the minimum wage. And I like him and play phone again. All right, Akeem, thank you very much, sir. And
All
see
right, take
you
it easy.
when you come tell me all the defeat Felt.
All right, so
All right, cool.
take care. Good, good.
All right.
I need a pan, my need equal pay for women. Shoot them with the minimum wage. Shoot them with the minimum wage. I need a pan,
My leader Banya.
for women.
Me not even discuss that. Wow, time. But anyway, let me just quickly say this, which I wanted to have a whole discussion about it. So I see another lie that they're saying the prime minister say if you're born a Jamaica, you're not a Jamaican. He did not say that. If you try score points, no, that it did not say if you're born. But I was thinking and reflecting, and I see this man trying to argue with me about it on Facebook. We often say, not because a man impregnate a woman that makes him a father, right? Or not because a woman give birth to a child that makes her a mother. So why the prime minister say merely just born in Jamaica that don't make you? It's the choice you made with the context clear to say, listen, this man has been living in Jamaica for all his life. However, the first time he got a Jamaican passport, and this is what I got from the prime minister saying, it's the choices that you make to me make you a Jamaican. So just say you're born a Jamaican. That I know people who they're more Jamaican than people who were born on the soil. Yeah. They are more the dedication where them have. I have friends where I met them through the Salvation Army and mission team is like them spend them own money and come to Jamaica every year. Come run clinics and take care of seniors and all of that. Come give away even eyeglass and things. It's stuff that so you're in a position where you can do things for your country and you did not choose your country. And we must accept you as no brother. And it came up in the debates. The man say him never see it as nothing wrong because him get him citizenship from him father. So he wanted to put it to the people. And this is where I have issues. Because he does not want, and here is Mark Golding, does not want the people of Jamaica to decide where the final appellate court should be. Him don't want the Jamaican people to make that decision. He want to make that decision, right? However, he's saying that the people should make the decision if he relinquishes British citizenship. And I hear them trying to throw Samuda now in the whole fray and all of that. Samuda relinquish him thing and him never need it. And again, let me say this for the record, because me know when me talk about them something I piss off PNP. Mark Golden was well in his right to keep his British citizenship. The Prime Minister have a stance which I never to agree with him because I believe that you shouldn't have dual citizenship in the parliament, period. That is what I believe. However, what I got from the Prime Minister is saying that you to run for the Prime Minister, then you need to be a Jamaican, nothing else. So relinquish whatever you need to. Me not really stand that because my thing is once you go into the parliament, you can be become president. So that I draw the line to say if you're going to go in the parliament, you shouldn't have. I don't care about no commonwealth nor none of that. You understand? So based on our constitution set up, you can live in Jamaica from a commonwealth country for 12 months and run for a parliament seat. It is what it is. It's just like the age of consent for girls, because there's no consent for boys. I will people never know that, and you can't go and argue with me or look it up. The age of consent for girls in Jamaica is 16. Not because it's 16, that doesn't mean a big old growth on 50, 60-year-old man figure mess with a 16-year-old. It could have been great granddaughter. But the law. So if something like that happened and your daughter is 16 and whatever the man defense can be, well, she gave consent because the law said at 16 you can consent. Not because the law said that, not because the constitution mean to me it's right. So again, the problem what we face is that instead of Mark admitted from the get-go and say, yes, I still have my British citizenship and give the explanation I got inherited from my dad, papa. No, that the man totally did a play like said not no go so a lie whosoever come up with when they brought it up. And then he couldn't have made a choice for Jamaica. Him said the people, him gonna ask the people and make them decide. But guess what? Him still not get off because the people shall be deciding on Wednesday. Those of you who are in the hearing of my voice that can vote, please make sure you go out and do it. And I see Raymond Price say by 1 p.m. we will have a new p.m. Let's see who is going to cry and let's see who is going to laugh. That is it for tonight, the final show before the 19th general elections, Jamaica staging. We all shall see what happens at Wednesday nights. Them time here Wednesday night, we are going to know 10:32 Eastern Standard Time, 9:32 Jamaica time. We should already know who is the winner and concession speech and all of these good things. All right. Until then, my name is Damon Phillips. If you've watched the show for the very first time, if you like the content, please subscribe, please share, please invite some friends. And regardless of which way it goes, I shall be here. Right? Andrew, Vibes Scanner Radio. Yep. All right. That is it. If you can't be good, please be careful.